Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome back to today's online lessons. How are you doing, everyone? Hope you are pretty well and also you are in touch with your studies. That's our motto, Education for Peace. Our today's course outline here. We are discuss today about voice. Today's After ending this session, you will able to learn about voice, classification of voice, and also how to transform from active to passive. Let's see the picture. A girl is eating rice. That's here. A girl is eating rice. It's one kind of a structure. Another one is the same structure can be written in the another form, that rice is being eaten by a girl. So here is the difference. First one, subject is doer, and second one, subject is receiver. So therefore today's our lesson's title is voice. What is voice? You can see the definition here. Voice is the form of the verb which indicates whether the subject does the work or something has been done to it. Let me clarify it. What does mean voice? Voice means what or who or what is doing the action in a sentence. The girl eats rice. That means the girl here is the doer. That means the girl performed the action. Verbs here, verbs eats. This action is done by this girl. That means subject here, the girl is the performer of the action. The girl eats rice. That means the girl is eating rice. She is performing this task. It is the action. So the girl is the doer. That's active voice. Subject is here active. Voices can be classified into categories, active and passive. So from the previous slide, you have already gained this insight. What is voice? What is active voice? Right? The girl writes a letter. That means the girl here performing the function of writing. On the other hand, in the passive voice, subject is not the issue. Who is doing the work is not the issue here. Issue is the action is completed. That means the receiver of the here a letter is receiving. That means receiver of the action, right? A letter is written by the girl. That means here action is completed, right? So a letter is the receiver of the action, not the doer. So in the passive voice, main focus point is the a letter, that the outcome of action, not the doer. So you can see here the basic point that in the active voice, subject and object. In the passive voice, object will be subject and subject will be object. So you have to clear idea. You should have clear idea when to change, how to change. Here subject I, this objective form is me, you, this subjective form you and objective form is you, the same. And here he, him, objective form, she, her, we, us, they, them, it, no change at all. So here auxiliary verb according to the number and person of the new subject or according to the tense of the sentence. That means when the subject will be changed, then you have to, then in passive voice new subject will come and you have to consider according to tense, and according to person you have to change auxiliary verb. So you can here see tense, according to tense concept, here some changes will be occurred. Verb 1, when the sentence is in present indefinite tense. Let me give you an example. I eat rice. That means it is in verb 1 form. Then you have to take extra amizar. That means I eat rice. When you will change into passive voice, rice will be subject and I will be object. I eat rice. That means rice receive is. Rice is. It will be turned into verb 3, right? Rice is eaten. Then you have to take another preposition by, that is taken from the structure. Then object. Rice is eaten by me. Okay. Then V2, that means past indefinite tense, you have to take was where. Then I ate rice. Past indefinite tense. That means how you will change into passive voice. Rice will be, rice was the subject of active voice, but in the passive voice, rice will be subject of passive voice. In case of passive voice, rice and eat at. That means you have to take was or where. Rice was eaten by me. Okay. Am is are, just you have to use am being, is being, are being. If I say I am eating rice, then you have to say rice is being eaten by me. In the same way, was where, I was eating rice, then you have to write rice was being eaten by me. In the same way, have, has, you have to add extra been. If I say I have eaten rice, then you have to transform into passive voice in the same manner. I have eaten rice. Then rice has been eaten by me. In case of past perfect tense, I had eaten rice, just you have to add been. Rice had been eaten by me. I hope you have understood. For performing well in voice, you should have clear idea regarding tense. Without this, you will not able to transform it into passive voice. I have already discussed about this. This is a shortcut form. Object will be subject and auxiliary verb according to the tense, person and number. It will be changed. Then you have to add verb 3 extension, by, to, with, for according to sentence. Then subject will be object. I have already discussed it. Now it's very important for you. You know about modal auxiliary, right? So in case of modal auxiliary, just you have to extra add be. Here you will read this. We should love our country. Our country is a subject. Here when I will transform into passive, our country, then here you can say should, that's modal auxiliary. After modal auxiliary you have to add be. So our country should be loved by we, us. It turned into us. Okay. So we should love our country. Our country, here active voice, in active voice it is in object form. Here we subject. But in case of passive voice, we turn into object and our country turn into subject. Okay. And then you have to, here there is a formula that if any modal auxiliary you can see, you have to add be after modal auxiliary. Okay. Our country should be loved, then preposition by, then us. Okay. Then in the same way, am to, is to, are to, have to, has to, had to, am to, going to, is to. are to, if or was, were, going to. If you see or if you notice this, then you have to, after to, you have to use be. Okay, I have to do it. It's obligation, right? I have to do it. Then how you will change it? Then it will same rule, just same rule, but you have to just add extra be after to infinitive. Okay, not to do after an infinitive, only after to. So it has to be. It is a singular, so it will take has, not have. It has to be, then be3. Okay, it has to be done by me. Every rule is same, just you have to follow the basic rules when you have to use this. This is a very important rule for you. I saw her reading a book. You can see rule. I am saying it in brief, but you have to read it completely. Whole sentence you have to read it. Okay, I saw her reading a book. Here reading is present participle. I have already discussed in our previous class about participle. I saw her reading a book. Here participle will not be changed. Here you can see a book, object, two object. I can see two object, her. After verb you can see two object, but it can create confusion for you which subject I will pick up. But for your kind information, you have to obviously must be, you have to be careful in this case that you should not take a book. You should take the object that is after base form of verb. Okay, here you can say after verb her, you have to take her as a subject. That means her will turn into she. So you will turn into, how you will change it? She. Okay, here you can say she, but you cannot take it a book. You have to take it her as a subject. That means that will turn into she, and it's a past indefinite. So here auxiliary verb will be was or were, but here she is a singular, so it will take was. She was seen. She was seen reading a book by me. You can notice that here reading will not change. It's completely constant, not a variable. It's a constant. Its position will not, you will not change in this term. That means it will unchanged position. That's constant. So you have to keep it in mind that in case of participle, when you can see participle, then you should take which object you will pick up, that object that will after base form of verb. So after, so I can see another object, yeah, her, but you should not pick up this. You should pick up this object as a subject. So how you will change this? At first, according to previous rule, she was seen. She was, she saw seen. V3 form, she was seen. No chance reading a book by me. Okay, it's very easy for you. Here you can see I am explaining example. You will read it. Mr. Roy teaches us English. Here you have option. You can pick up any object, us or English. You can take any object among between two. Okay, so us you can take English or you can take us. I am taking us, so it will turn into we. This is present indefinite tense, so our auxiliary verb will be the verb, that's am, is, are. We are. V3 form, we are taught English by Mr. Roy. Okay, next, You know, reflexive pronoun, there is a pronoun, one kind of pronoun, that's reflexive pronoun. If you see any reflexive object, that himself, herself, myself, then, and in this case there will be no change of the position of subject verb, as it is. Just the girl is, because it's present indefinite tense, the girl is spent by herself. No change, just it will be here previous rules, it follows normal previous rules, just no change. If you see any reflexive objective, if you see any reflexive object, that myself, himself, herself, yourself, yourselves, if you see any object that is reflexive, you should not change, you should keep it as it is. Okay, just you have normal change will be happen, verb 3 form, and according to tense be verb. You know about transitive verb. Transitive verb means those verb which has object. Factitive verb also, after made is a transitive verb. We made him, but it's not it doesn't express complete sense. We have to take extra term, that's captain, that is factitive object. Factitive. In case of how we can tell this, we made him captain, but captain, we should not captain, we should not take subject, that is object, we term is subject in passive form, we should not pick up this word, you should pick up this him, that is after verb. Him, he was made captain by us. Okay, now this is cognate object. Do you know what is cognate object? Cognate means related, same. So what is called cognate object? When she slept a sound sleep, you can see slept, sleep, sleep. This is the same kind of, right? Same relation. Meaning is same. But what is the difference? It is its position as a verb and its position as a noun. This is the difference. But cognate object means the related, that is same. She slept a sound sleep. A sound sleep, this is object. It will turn into subject in passive voice. A sound sleep, as it is past indefinite. So a sound sleep was slept by her. Now quasi-passive. Quasi-passive means half active, half passive. Honey tastes sweet. There is no object. You can ask me, here is a sweet, this is the object? No, not at all. This is not object. Object can be only pronoun or noun, but this is this pronoun? Is this noun? No. Sweet is a adjective, an adjective. So this is intransitive. In case of intransitive verb, there is no object. So there is a structure for you how to solve this. Another one, the book is printing. Here is a structure for you. At first you have to take subject, then auxiliary verb, then verb 3 form. Okay. Our previous slide, honey tastes sweet. So you have to take at first honey, then this is present indefinite, so you have to take is, then V3 form, honey is tasted sweet. Okay, or you can tell or you can write honey is sweet when it is tasted, and in this case the book is being, extra being will be added, this the book is being printed. Same rules here. The rose smells sweet. The rose is smelled sweet, or The rose is sweet when it is smelled. Okay, this is the structure you have to follow. But the rose is sweet when it is smelled. The cow is milking, the same rule, just is being. The cow is being milked. When you see this type of structure, you have to add, it will be, this structure will be as it is, just you have to use after is being. Okay, the cow is being milked. So it's your task, think over it how you will solve this and match your thinking with my answer. You can see here answer for you. Okay, I hope you have understood. I have already discussed all over all things, all rules. This is your home task. Let's end this session here. See you next class. Till then, stay happy, stay safe, stay cheerful, and obviously stay connected with our online class. Thank you.